darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so welcome to this humble abode where we talk about relationships, where we talk about fashion, skincare, being fabulous, embracing our age, and just living our best lives. Today's Sister to Sister is about what we are doing wrong when the guy ghosts you. Yep-do. I get so many DMs from you guys about how you are in a relationship, it's going very well, and all of a sudden he ghosts you. He's beginning to disappear on you. He's beginning to show disinterest on you. And you guys go on to tell me what you do, try to rectify the situation. And I wanted to come here and give you this episode so that I could answer all of you at once. I completely understand how hurtful it is. You meet a guy that you like. You believe that this could be it for you. And you guys are having fun. You're enjoying yourselves. You're having a great balance until ever so recently, you're kind of peeping how he's not calling as often. He's not keeping to his commitments as much. You can feel a distance. And so what happens? Panic. We begin to panic. That's number one. We begin to panic. The panic button has been pressed inside of us. And we do what? The number one, we begin to blame ourselves. I've done something wrong. He doesn't like me because I have absolutely done too much. Somewhere, somehow, I need to rectify this. That's the number one mistake that we do. We automatically blame ourselves. That we have done something for him to be less interested in us. And so we go about this by doing certain things. I notice we call. You start calling back and forth. You're calling in the morning, you're calling in the afternoon, in the evening, you're calling, leaving messages. I left a message for you this morning, this afternoon, and you didn't get back to me. I was just calling you again. Are you okay? I hope everything's okay. I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Stop. This is what you do. If he hasn't called you in 3-4 days, you have to let it be 3-4 days. Number one, if he hasn't called you in 3-4 days, pick up the phone in the afternoon, not evening. Pick it up around 4 o'clock. I say, hey George, how are you, my love? I haven't heard from you. I hope everything is okay. I'm just checking in on you. All of my love. And you leave it as so. You leave a voice message. It's important for him to hear the tone of your voice. Why? Because you're going to keep it light. Because you're going to keep it non-probing. Because he can hear that you're not probing. Because he needs to know that you're not feeling weepy, needy, panicky. He needs to hear that. Why? Because a lot of the times, it might not have anything to do with you. It will have everything to do with his insecurities or the lack thereof. His insecurities might be playing a part where he might say to himself, I'm not sure if I can be up to the standard of what I should be in this relationship. You, my darling, you have to chill. You have to relax. Okay? So there we have the solution. Don't panic and call him once as opposed to calling him constantly. Another thing that I have found that we do, buying him gifts. Oh, you know what? Let me buy him dinner. Let me invite him to lunch. Let me buy him that Louis, that Gucci. I am going to manipulate the situation by buying him stuff. Let me weaponize my wallet and bank account against him by trying to lure him in. He will come for the lunch, for the dinner, and take the gifts. and he will go right back out again. You have just lost about $1,500 that you could have kept in your purse and used towards your bills, bettering yourself, or having fun with some other guy. That's just facts. You see, here's the thing, guys. When you can see a slippery slope, instead of you trying to buy him with gifts, you cut the rope so that he can slide all the way down and out of your life. Because him showing you that he's not calling, that he's not showing up, that he's not as attentive, he's indirectly giving you the red neon flag that you need. The flag that should flip in front of you and let you know that you should stop investments. That you should stop investments with this guy. That this guy is not it. That as much as you love him, as much as you thought he was the one, as much as you like him and your heart was out to him, you know what? It's not as bad as you thought. You didn't marry him. You didn't have children with him, thank the Lord. You did not have to go all the way into 1, 2, 3 years with him. This is just the beginning stages, and he's actually giving you a lifesaver by showing you he's not the one. Don't buy gifts. Stop. Don't invite him for dinner or anything. Don't. Wait it out by occupying yourself with other things. Like I said, other friends, go out with friends. Yes, go out with friends. Go out on other dates. The second he is not committed to you, where you can feel, because our instincts are always right. You know that. The second your instincts is flagging, there's something funny going on here. That instinct, I want you to write it down. Start to date and see other guys. You know why? Because when you are dating, you'll be preoccupied. But more importantly, when you are dating, you will now see that the other guy or guys that you are dating is showing you more attention than this guy. Now you have it in front of you. Your mind is not playing games on you, because you have this guy who is dead serious and you have this guy who is not so serious. That's not a problem. I can drop that right here and I can go on with this. That's what you do. When you do speak, the one thing that you cannot say, I apologize. I apologize if I've done something wrong. I apologize if I am the cause and the reason that you have distanced yourself. You know why? Because you have flipped the script on him and given him permission and even are pleading with him and applauded his bad behavior. Where you should not have said anything and not be around, you have now said, I apologize for your bad behavior. I apologize that you did not talk to me. It was my fault, not your fault. I am not deserving of you, sir. I am giving you the permission to treat me this way. That's what you've done by telling him that you apologize. No, that is one thing you should not do. Do not apologize in any way, shape, or form. Even if he says, you know what, you have done this to me. You have done this to me, and that's why I distanced myself. Then you should tell him, darling, the last time I checked, I thought we were in a mature relationship. You don't have to go ghost. On the contrary, you have to confront any unpleasantries between us, because that is the way we can talk things through and go forward. I had no idea. You made the matter worse and you distanced yourself. So is this how you're going to handle issues and problems and challenges in the relationship, in the marriage, when more serious things come across us? You have to let him know that's unacceptable behavior. So you do not, you do not apologize. Not at all. You haven't heard from him. He is leaving very short and curt messages. Leave him alone. Repeat after me. Leave him alone. You see, what has happened is that perhaps you're too on to him, and so he is not able to breathe. He's feeling a little bit choky. It could be stuff that you were doing that gave him the signs to say, I don't think I want to go through this relationship because it's all too much. You see, here's the thing. Men want to chase. Men want to feel that they have somebody of great value, that they are below you. Yes, that you know what? I am so grateful to be in her presence. I'm so happy to be with her. She's this wonderful, wonderful human being that is constantly busy. Everybody loves her. This is who I want to be with. She has standards, so she's not letting me sleep with her right away. This is one of the reasons why I say what I say. Do not sleep with him, because the way men think, you've given him the prized cookie in this beautiful jar, the most valuable cookie, the most delicate, smoothest chocolate. You have given him this egg. Don't sleep with him. Do not, because it's too early in the day. Because what has happened is that you've slept with him and he now doesn't really have anything to fight for. That's it. So he's disinterested. Now he wants to see somebody else. A lot of you asked me, Fumi, what do I do if I've done this? How do I rectify the situation? The answer is nothing. Do nothing. You called him that one time? That's it. When I say nothing, also meaning what? If he calls you, you're not available. You are not available to pick up the phone. 1, 2, 3 calls. It's hard. I know you want to tear your shirt. I know you want to strangle yourself. Don't pick up the phone. No. Let him not only miss you, but wonder where you are. Where did she go? I haven't seen or heard from her. Social media, you are busy with other folks. You are busy with your life. That is how you can rectify the situation. Yes. Because you'll be like, wait a minute. Maybe this one's a little bit different. Because you know why? It's a win-win. It's a what? It's a win-win by doing nothing. Win-win by doing nothing. Win-win by doing nothing. Because it now allows for the free fall. Translation, if he's going to come back, he'll come back. If he doesn't, you know what? You stopped while you were ahead. That's what I mean. If he comes back, okay, and you take it all the way slow. And this time around, you make sure that you meet at, bars, restaurants, you're busy, you're standing, all that comfy, cozy in the house. You rectify all of that. Because why? Because for whatever reason, he didn't appreciate it. So what are you going to do? You're going to start from the beginning. Again, you're going to bring him back to the beginning where, you know what, you're going for 1 or 2 dates. You're seeing each other publicly. The conversation is short and sweet and you do not have any FaceTime. Cut all of that out. You got to do it. As he has ghosted you, as he has stopped calling, the calls have stopped trickling in. He is not showing as much interest as he was before. Do not give him an ultimatum. Translation, calling him, telling him that if you don't call me, then you know what, we can't see each other again. I'm very mad at you. I'm very this. I did not expect this from you. I don't know what. Whoosh. You don't have to give him any ultimatum. You don't have to give him any explanation. You don't have to call him. You don't have to get in touch with him. You don't have to get in touch with his friends. You don't have to go to his social media. You don't have to let him know above all else that you are upset, because you have let him know how much of an impact he has on you. Don't ever let him know. There is no need to give him an ultimatum, because, guys, men react by actions as opposed to words. Because for them, women, you nag, you talk, yeah, you're upset. That's all they think. When we talk like that, when they see you react, that is when they realize, oh, she's serious. And also, I tell you this, you have to give him space. Give him space, because he has to know what he wants. And he has to come back to you stronger to say, you know what, I wasn't sure, but this is what I want. She definitely is the one that I absolutely desire. Let me give you an example. You go to a store and you see this beautiful skirt. It really is a beautiful skirt. But you're like, I think I can pass. Yeah? Okay. Then after a while, you say to yourself, you know what? I do think I need that skirt. You go back, and the worst of it is that you check the rack and they don't have it in your size. You're now panicking. You're now calling the other stores. You're now checking online to see if they've got your size. They don't have your size. You can see the skirt all of a sudden is more beautiful than ever before. As a matter of fact, it matches up with all of the other bits and pieces in your wardrobe. Now you have to have that skirt. Oh, why didn't I think about it? Why didn't I just take it when I could? That's meant for you. They can see a good girl, great girl. Oh, they're not sure. Then upon reflection, you know what? She is it. Then they realize they haven't heard from you. You are busy. Then they start peddling back. Why? Because there has been no communication. There's been no noise. There's been nothing from you. You haven't reached out to them at all. Then it occurs to them, oh, shoot. If I don't have her, she's going to go with somebody else. What's even worse for me, I will not find anybody like her. So, darlings, believe you me when I tell you, stay cool, calm, collected. If he ghosts you, that's a red flag. Immediately, you occupy that vacancy with somebody else, irrespective of how you feel about him. Because the mistake that we make is that we make so many terrible mistakes, shopping list of mistakes with the guy that we do like. You have to come all the way back, keep your feelings intact, and date other people, continue to go out and occupy yourself with your own life. He never shows up, que sera, sera. You're with somebody else and life moves on. I hope you enjoyed the episode, my darlings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you when? I'll see you all soon. Let me pop my collar.